as well. So, welcome to Yoga Nidra for Chronically Awesome. I'm always so grateful to lead these. It really is a very lovely way to round off the week, the weekend. It's like punctuation at the end of the week. You are very welcome to record these Yoga Nidras, and they will be recorded on Chronically Awesome on the website for you to listen to at any time. This Yoga Nidra is a sleepy anywhere practice this evening. So I will not bring you back out of the Nidra at the end. You can just let your device run and Zoom will switch off and your device will switch off at the end. So when we begin, you will move gently into sleep, hopefully, and all will be well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You are entirely welcome to this practice. There isn't anything that you really need to do other than just get yourself comfortable. So spending these next few minutes, getting yourself really, really comfortable in any position, lying down on your back, on your side. Perhaps you like to curl up into a little ball. And in this particular practice, we're going to be focusing on helping you get to sleep in whatever position you find yourself in. And indeed, anywhere you feel that you will need to fully rest at any time of the day. So this could be traveling on a train or a bus or in a car, lying down on the floor for an afternoon rest, or in the comfort of your bed. Allow this Nidra to become a friend. To become a friend for your rest, your relaxation, and your sleep rhythms. So settling yourself down, ready for this nourishing rest. And sleep is so essential and yet sometimes elusive. And when we can't sleep, it is frustrating, and it can be due to several shifting factors, physical, mental, or emotional factors, and sometimes combinations of these. And Yoga Nidra can help, because when you become familiar with the overlapping zones of sleep, so within sleep you rise and you fall through these different dimensions, these subtle liminal spaces that you find yourself, those in-between dimensions, the dreamy edges of being asleep. Practicing Yoga Nidra regularly can help you get used to being aware of those liminal spaces in the consciousness through the practice of Yoga Nidra. Might mean that you also become more aware of when you're dreaming. And the resultant blurring in your mind of the distinction between being awake and being asleep might mean that if you do wake up in the night, it's not quite so disturbing. It feels almost a little bit more relaxing, that you can be in those little spaces, those little hovering above gate spaces in between this and that. And it becomes more familiar and more comforting. The awareness within the liminal space might also have the consequence of you becoming more aware of where your dreams are taking you. And we're always hearing the term living the dream, but how would it be to move towards dreaming the life? So Yoga Nidra can become a way of knowing and allowing, offering us tools to induce sleep organically, following the natural workings of your own mind. So drawing your attention now to your physical body, feeling your physical body settling down in this beautiful nest that you've feathered for yourself, all comfortable, warm, and supportive. You're taking this time now to make any small adjustments that you think you might need to allow a deeper sense of relaxation and feeling the sense of stilling and softening into your body. Allow the earth to really welcome your weight. And allow your body to really welcome the breath. Body being welcomed by the earth, and body welcoming the breath. And notice now, could you be maybe 5 or 10% more comfortable? Is there anything you can do to let yourself be a tiny little bit more supported, a tiny little bit more comforted? And so do those movements now. Take your time, taking all the time you need to be as comfortable as possible, so that we come to a space where it's almost as though there's zero desire to move through the practice. But if you do feel like you need to move, don't worry, it's okay. There's no way you can do this practice wrong. And now begin to draw yourself to your senses. Begin to taste any tastes in the mouth. And now you're hearing, both listening with your ears and your whole body. Hearing and feeling any vibrations that are there. And now smell, welcoming the touch of the air and any aromas that might be able to be sensed inside the nostrils. And now drawing your awareness to your sight. Maybe you can see some patterns or some light and shade behind the closed eyes. Drawing yourself to your inner vision. Relaxing the eyes, drawing away from the world outside and looking and seeing internal vision. We're truly allowing ourselves to open up to the senses, feeling the whole of the surface of the skin and the touch of the air, the temperature of the air, the feeling of the texture of clothing and blankets and support underneath you on your skin and the pressure against your muscles. Really feeling into what's underneath you and how it's supporting you. Maybe taking a really deep breath in and allowing yourself to relax a little bit further on the exhalation. And from here, this really comfortable space, we'll give ourselves some time for the Sankalpa, this positive affirmation, your truest, dearest intention, deep resolve for this practice. Sometimes Sankalpas just bubble up, they just come, they just arrive, and it's very clear. Sometimes you have to just allow yourself to sit with it for a moment until one arises. Ask yourself in your life right now, what is your deepest, most heartfelt desire? Now, it might be that you've practiced quite a few Yoga Nidras before and you have a Sankalpa that you're working with at the moment, so you can use that. Or you can allow one to arise spontaneously. This Sankalpa should be a deeply clear, positive statement, as though the change has already happened in your life. It's already occurred. Some examples of Sankalpa are: I fall asleep easily and deeply and feel refreshed when I awake. I am strong, calm, and brave. Or something very simple like, I am enough. I am loved and cherished. So you're very welcome to choose any of those if they resonated. You may have found your sankalpa. Think of your sankalpa as a little seed that you're planting into your time in the world of sleep, like a blessing being sprinkled over the passage through sleep. And as you contemplate your sankalpa, see and feel your life with the fulfillment of this desire. What would your life look like? How would it sound, feel, taste, or even smell? Feeling like if this deepest desire was a reality, state your sankalpa 3 times in your own words now, from your heart, in the present tense, like a mantra. 3 times. And then giving thanks, we let it go, letting go of your sankalpa. Allowing now your attention to be spontaneously drawn into the breath, without needing to control it or manipulate it. Just the breath, breathing. Attention on your breath, breathing. Your breath breathing you as you relax into the simplicity of being breathed. Notice how your body spreads like water. We feel how within this body of water there is a rhythm, like waves of respiration, ebbing and flowing. Have an awareness of the tide of your breathing. A deepened awareness of the flow of all life. See and feel how the simple process of releasing and welcoming a quiet breath is mirrored in the flow of a day in your life. As though they flow into tonight. And night flows into day, touched by the transition of spaces, dawn and dusk. And see how it's mirrored in the seasons of your life, as winter flows into summer, and summer flows into winter, touched by the transition spaces of autumn and spring. Relaxing into being breathed. And now we'll begin some counting with the breath. Counting back on each exhalation from 10 until you reach 0. So inhaling and exhaling 10, inhaling and exhaling 9, inhaling and exhaling 8, all the way until you reach 10, reach 0. Rest your awareness at your heart at each time you exhale, as though you could shed a layer or drop down a layer with each out breath. All the way to 0. Layer after layer, dropping with each out breath. And allowing all that counting to be released now. Bring your awareness to the hollow space of your throat. Little valley there at your throat. And now the tongue and your jaw. The sensations in your gums. Your awareness in all of your teeth. Your lips. The entire mouth full of sensations, cheeks and cheekbones. And your ears and your earlobes, your nose and the tips of your nose, both of your nostrils, both of your eyeballs, and the space just underneath the eyeballs. Feel both of your eyelids full of your sensation and awareness. Eyebrows and the space between your eyebrows. The temples, the forehead, top of the head, back of the skull, going down to the back of the neck. Feel the whole of your head now as one orb of sensation. From your head, feel down both of your shoulders from the inside, both of the upper arms, the elbows, and your forearms, both sets of wrists, the palms of both of your hands, the back of both of your hands, the thumbs, second fingers, third fingers, fourth fingers, smallest fingers, the spaces between all of your fingers and thumbs. Can you bring your awareness to the very tips of all your fingers? Feel each of your fingers like a little stream that flows into the space beyond. Awareness flowing through both of the arms and out through each of the fingers. Energy flowing. And then bringing your awareness to your chest. Feel the chest and the upper back. The whole of your rib cage and the middle back. Fill into your belly, your soft belly, and into the low back, the pelvis and the buttocks, both of your hips. Notice any sensation in the thighs and the knees, and those little spaces just underneath the knees and the lower legs. The ankles, the heels and the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, feeling into your big toes, your second toes, both of the third toes, the fourth toes, and both of the smallest toes. Feel the spaces between your toes, the very tips of each of your toes. And again, little streams that flow into the space beyond the body, all at once through the toes. And each individual sensation melting into a mass of sensation. Have an awareness of the whole body at once. And now let that awareness sink even deeper. Feel the skin. And now take your awareness beneath the skin, feeling the insulating tissues, the warm substances, and deeper still into the muscles, letting the muscles give up their command of the body, committing them to rest. Deeper, deeper still into the bones and the layers inside the bones, as though the bones themselves could sigh, a little sigh, feeling the bones carried on the currents of the breath. And deeper still to feel the soft organs, the contents of your skeleton, the heartbeat slowing down, and all the organs committed to rest. And feeling the fluids and the waterways of the body, the cells humming, pulsing, and glowing just like little stars in the night sky. And you go deeper still and feel the energy behind or underneath these sensations. Feel the energy just underneath these sensations. Now bring your attention to the sensation of heaviness. Feeling heavy, weighty, and grounded. Welcoming the sensation of heaviness in some or all of the parts of your body. And bring your attention to a sensation now of lightness or weightlessness in some or all of the parts of your body. Going back and forth between these two sensations, from heavy to light. Back and forth. And now returning your attention to the sensation of heaviness, real heaviness. Give yourself up to this heaviness. Relax into this heaviness. Be heavy, weighty, grounded, held. And now go back to the sensation of lightness or weightlessness. And truly give yourself up to this lightness. Allow yourself to dissolve in the weightlessness, spaciousness, openness. And now back to the sensation of heaviness once more. Arms and legs heavy and sinking. Head and torso heavy and sinking. And now back to the sensation of lightness. Arms and legs floaty and weightless. Head and torso floating in space. So light. And now, how would it be to feel both of these sensations at the same time? Feel heavy and light at the same time, simultaneously, at once. You don't need to think about it, just feel it. Heaviness and lightness dissolving into each other. Feeling both grounded yet spacious at the same time. Held but free. How would that be? How does that feel? And now, notice what is your direct experience of your body now? How does it feel? Is it a solid body? Does it have a center? Allow your body to answer this question. Set your attention free to a feeling of just being. Nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to know or get or want. Letting go. And now, having let go of any set identity, time, and space, notice what remains. And now let yourself fall back into the heart space, emptying the mind completely of any images of thoughts, feelings, and stories, emptying completely into this heart space, falling back into the deepest rest. Drawing into the dream space. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Wishing you nourishing, deep and restful sleep. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. All the love.